emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another SEC rival, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Auburn's offense will have the football first. Last time these two clashed in the Iron Bowl, it was the Tide winning a classic.
And the Tide have done a great job in recent history of owning Auburn, doing a great job of winning this series. But they respect them every single. They know they won last year, but every year there's a healthy level of respect for this Auburn Tiger team.
Yeah, and I think back to last year's game. For Alabama, it was their best players making the big plays late in the game. And this game this year is littered with game changers on both sidelines. Both Auburn and Alabama have the guys that can break this game wide open. So we're going to see a great one here.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. A strike downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Caught in the backfield. It's Harrell. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year.
Turning it on! Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Using the quick game. He's loose. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting his defense on alert early.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Pass in these tight quarters, if you're going to put the ball up, you'd like to think that you'd either have space or get it downfield a little bit. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Alabama! A They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Anderson will throw. It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw on 1st down. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week. Just called on 1 time. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, the ground game. There he goes! And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. And don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Harrell.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play could put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Anderson wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. They'll go right back to him. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Working the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got a first and goal from the 6.
And how about the bounce back for this QB? He's already got more passing yards right now than he had all last game. Nice job not getting down, not getting negative, not letting one bad game turn to 2. Nice bounce back already in this next game.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Caught over the middle. It's Turner. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he'll bring it back. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking for room. It's Buck. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Got enough for the first. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. The offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Line getting set on second down. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game.
Lets it fly. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Just put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Didn't get anything done 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Complete to the right. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. Clock ticks down. Under 4 minutes to go in the half.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy on offense?
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
I'm running out, and he goes down at the 34. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. The official says no good. After the miss, the lead is still 4. So here comes the Auburn offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen on the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. The inside handoff. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on 1st down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. They did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Almost had the completion, just missed it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Down to 2 minutes to play, we'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Anderson will throw. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Complete to the left. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill, and I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going, and as a result, he's going backwards. It's a big TFL for the defense.
Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups where you see, I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And you go to old Mr. Reliable in the red zone, and you still have a chance to turn this into 6 instead of 3.
And 3rd down, great job by this offense. Move the chains, give yourself another fresh set of downs.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation, nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Makes a connection. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Soft spot in the middle. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal.
Breaks into the open. Oh, what a cut. Touchdown, Bama. They take the lead with the 6. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, Texas and Texas A&M have been going at it today, and we finally have a winner.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Give to the running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Anderson wants to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He's got it. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse?
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
And they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
Now, anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays, game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
How about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Quarterback making checks. Back to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Snagged in the middle. It's Dawkins. Didn't get nearly enough done on third down. He's brought down at the 31-yard fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Anderson will throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Catches it at the 15. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Here comes that Alabama offense. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but another missed field goal doomed that effort. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. He's got an open man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Rush coming in high and they got him at the 29.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He won't get there, it'll bring up 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Anderson wants to throw. Bring in the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything you get. And the athleticism when they get you in passing situations and they know you're going to pass, they're going to come after your quarterback.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Makes the grab. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. On the
And they find him early, and I love it because last week they found him often. He had over 100 yards, and they found him throughout the season. This offense is built on his playmaking ability.
Snags it into the end zone. Touchdown tie.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
So here comes the Auburn offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense...
Turning it on! Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They're going back to the ground. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun. Give on the inside. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Anderson will throw. Got his man downfield. Still on his feet at the 45. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Finds his man in the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Grab near the sticks. It's Harrell. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Great job by the back on the option.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's shown it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. No one out.
There he goes. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Right on the money. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Looking for room. It's Buck. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Buck. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Wants to keep it in the air. Makes the grab. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on fourth. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, nothing like turkey and stuffing and the Egg Bowl on your Thanksgiving holiday. Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today.
Anderson wants to throw.
All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. Looking to throw on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Knocked down at the 3, and he was trying to take that interception to the house. The Tigers are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. They go to the ground. Tough run across the 5. He'll get it all the way out to the 8-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Got the big tight end on the corner route. Forced out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, and that's the kind of play that can really get a drive going. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Under fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Looking down the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, you'll need to push him downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. So after hitting bankrupt, spinning that wheel of fortune, now this offense can tack a little more onto the lead. They have it first and goal. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Touchdown, Alabama! Quick strike through the air for the score. They put up another score here in the fourth, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. The tide is rolling as Alabama starts to pull away from Auburn.
Yeah, and Alabama handling the moment. Obviously, we know they got great players, great tradition, but handling the moment in the Iron Bowl, big stage, a lot of hatred, doing a great job of handling all of that, Palmer.
And Alabama knew coming into this game, you just throw the records out when you're playing your in-state rival, Auburn. What matters is what you do on the field when that first whistle blows. And Alabama simply, in all three phases of the game, they've been better.
Anderson will throw. A little screen to the running back. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
He wants a big play here late. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He's taking a deep shot. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Here comes that Alabama offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as a defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in good.
Oh, he's got some space. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Auburn to the line in a hurry. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Anderson wants to throw. Quick strike complete. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
QB spikes the ball and the clock is stopped. No gain on the play. Coming up, fourth down.
It would take a miracle to get back in this game, but any miracle will have to start with this fourth down conversion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Looking to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Timeout.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. After this, it'll be a wrap. Might be changing the route. To the air on first down. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. The latest edition of this in-state pass